Hello everyone, my name is Division and welcome to the first episode of the Minecraft World of Nothing. In this series, I will transform this completely empty map into a messy jumble of pixels. Now, but for real, I want to make as many structures in this area as possible to fill it all up. Basically, I'm just going to let ideas fall and try to get out of my comfort zone with building. Anyway, let's get right into it. After spending a couple of minutes trying to find a spot to build, I settled on this little alcove of spruce land here with a river passing through it. I wanted to find a more interesting space, but it was spruce as far as the eye could see, so I chose this spot. Here's the first look at the map.
The first thing I wanted to do was create a border around the area I was going to be building so I wouldn't get confused. I'm assuming you don't want to see the full border building process, so montage it is. Anyways, after finishing the border, this is a little bit of what it looks like. I didn't really know where to start in this whole area, so I just decided to burn all the trees on this island and build something there. I got a little distracted here with the mace because I haven't played a lot of Minecraft since the newest update came out. For my first building, I wanted to use some blocks I don't usually use, so I decided on using some copper and acacia wood. This island wasn't very big, so my idea was to make a cozy little house with some animals and a farm. A pretty simple build to start things off.
Here I realized that I probably didn't want this entire build to be completely orange, so I decided to use another block I'm not really fond of, jungle wood. After brainstorming what exactly I wanted to do with the jungle wood, I decided to try to line the walls of the building with it. After trying different roofing types and combinations for a while, I finally finished the exterior of the building. I was pretty proud of how it looked. Next up was the interior. I didn't really know what to do with the interior for a while, so I just started making floors, choosing random blocks from my inventory and started placing them. After brainstorming many times of where I wanted to take this build, I finally finished it. I felt like I eventually settled with the idea of trying to make it seem like a librarian watchtower. I'll show you guys the interior once I'm finished with the rest of the build. Next up, I decided to make a little farm and cow pen. Pretty self-explanatory. Montage time. Now that's the end of the build. Here's the tour promised. As a little side note, I forgot to tour over this building the first time I built it, so you guys get to see a little bit of what the world will become. Anyway, enjoy. Next up, I needed to decide whether I was going to make something in the water here or just build on land, but I decided to make something in the water. Get out of my comfort zone, you know. I also usually don't like building organic things either, so I decided to do just that. I asked myself, what's organic and lives in the water, and answered that question by building a sea serpent. I never really understood how to build organic things and make them look good, so I just started spamming blocks hoping that it would make the serpent look more natural. I think it did. You guys can be the judge of that. Enjoy the building montage. After building one thing I don't usually build, I said why not another? So then I built a ship. I wanted to make it correlate to the sea snake somehow, and I tried doing that by positioning the ship to be facing the sea serpent to make it seem like they were fighting each other. After finishing the ship, I had the idea to make some armor stands on the ship that looked like warriors getting ready to fight the snake. Here's what the boat looks like after doing that. I thought it was a good place to end that build. I needed to figure out something to do with the rest of the water, but instead of coming up with new ideas like a bozo, I decided to redo what I just did. Don't worry, I put a little twist on the idea. Instead of having a snake and a ship fighting each other, I wanted to have a ship destroyed by a snake in real time. So that's what I did. Here's the finished product. I thought it looked good enough. I wanted the snake to look more snaky, but it was good enough for me. Anyway, I think that's going to be enough for episode 1. I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, I'll be making more episodes, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.